Hello, thank you for joining us at What the Duck is Happening. My name is Adrian and joined as always by good friend and host Drew. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, baby boy?
Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Please share with your friends if you're enjoying the show. It really helps us out a lot. So this week we are getting into AI and universal basic income. Is that really what we want? We're not sure. We're going to get into that. Then, did you know that you can become paralyzed sitting on a toilet too long? Because I read a fun story. And I'm scared.
Oh no.
But after that, we were going to talk with Drew a little bit. He went to LA and he's got some shit to say. So we'll dive into that after this. Why don't we get right into our Quack of the Days? Alright, so for our Quack of the Day segment today, mine's about poop. Long poops. So like I said in our intro, there's a story, and apparently this is an older story than I thought as I was diving into it, and I just happened to have, I'm sure it just like recycled on Instagram, you know how that shit goes. So I guess this is in like 2018, but I just saw this story of a Chinese man who was sitting on the toilet for about 30 minutes, and apparently he became paralyzed. And so he took his phone, went to the bathroom, was taking a shit, and then his family was like, what the fuck, where is he? Came into the bathroom, and he was passed out on the floor. And he became paralyzed, yeah. And so apparently, and I mean, it makes sense. Like, I don't know if you've probably have, where you're sitting on the toilet a little too long looking at your phone, and your leg starts going numb. You know, you get up.
Just a little bit. Well, because
you feel the tingle.
Yeah, because you're on your phone, your elbows are like on your legs, on your thighs and everything, and it goes a little numb there.
Yeah.
But to pass out?
Well, so think about that though, like, so that's starting to become numb like that, right? Starting to fall asleep. So you're basically you're restricting blood flow, and you're pinching nerves in your back, and your spinal column is like what controls everything, right? So if you end up and you're in this hunched position for a prolonged time, you're taking blood away from that area, and then that nerve all of a sudden starts to get affected, and then boom. And it sounds crazy, but it actually does make sense. You know, like, I've definitely felt it after 10, 15 minutes sitting there where you're like, ooh, this feels uncomfortable.
It feels uncomfortable.
I wouldn't have thought to the fact of paralyzation. Like, that's pretty fucking gnarly, but that's scary to know that's a thing, because how many of us sit on the toilet for fucking 20, 30 minutes because of social media, right? Like, I don't even think about it. Like, I wake up and go to the bathroom before I go to work, and I'm instant, like, I've had this thought of like, it's we go to work really early. It's like 4:30 a.m. and I sit on the toilet, and the first thing I do is sit on the toilet and pull up my phone. And it's like, that's an awful habit, but it's just something that we're all, I know I'm not the only one. I would say 90% of people, that's the first thing they do is like, you pull out your phone and you start whatever, Instagram, playing video games, whatever the fuck you're doing, right? But apparently that's a big problem.
Now that I think about that, that's really gross, because we take our phones everywhere.
Yeah.
Put our phones on our faces. Like, if we're taking it into the bathroom, that's gross, dude. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Leave my phone at my desk or something.
Oh, yeah. I go from wiping my ass to holding my phone. To take it to the bathroom to wash my hands. But there is that in-between point where your fingers are...
I feel dirty right now. I need some, like, wet wipes. That's gross.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually, on a side note, just started recently closing my toilet before I flush it, because of thinking about like all the particles that like fly in the air.
Splashback.
Yeah, like and even, not even like splashback, you feel the water, but like technically when you flush the toilet, like all this poop. So like so we have like a guest bedroom bathroom that I take my like showers, and like if I'm doing anything before work, because we get up so early, my wife doesn't, I'm not trying to wake her up, so I go to the other bathroom instead of the one that's in our bedroom. So I use the other random bathroom. Yeah, trying to be quiet and don't turn the lights on, all that stuff. But I have another towel right there, and in the bathroom it's literally like toilet, and then the shower stall is literally like, like I'm touching the toilet when I'm taking a shit. So my towel is right there. Hanging right next to the toilet, and so I had that thought of like, these
you gotta move that towel. You gotta move that towel.
Shooting up in the air, getting onto the toilet.
Oh god!
So I was like, all right, you know what? We are closing this from now on before we flush.
That's nasty, dude.
Yeah, it's cool. But that's a side note. The real point of the conversation I'm
Is he
scared of
taking
going
too
paralyzed,
long?
bro. I am scared. I have too many times of waking up in the morning, taking a
Well
shit
then,
for a while.
well then, just
And
adjust your posture while you're taking a
is
shit.
that
Just
gonna
like
save
sit up
me? I don't
straight.
know. How much?
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
so
what's?
apparently we are taking shits wrong. Like we're sitting on the toilet wrong. Your feet are supposed to be elevated.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
Like you're supposed to have a stool.
potty squatty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're supposed to have like a stool under your feet, and you're
yeah.
supposed to like be in like that
A
squat
squat
position, not
position.
a
Yeah,
not a sitting position.
yeah. Because we didn't have
Like a
toilets when
dog.
we were made.
Yeah, like a dog.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dog shit properly.
we
They're
got
not
one of
going
those
paralyzed.
potty squatties, which was like the best advertisement campaign ever made.
Potty squatty.
Yeah, if you're listening right now and you haven't seen the initial potty squatty advertisement, do yourself a favor because it's like the best marketing campaign ever done. Um,
I've
but
never seen this.
oh, you haven't?
I've never seen
Oh my
this potty
god,
squatty
dude,
that you're
it's so
talking
good.
about.
Oh my god, I might have to like post it on this thing. It's like a minute 30, so go watch it later. It's literally it's a unicorn who is shitting like an ice cream soft serve of rainbow color, and like it's amazing. It's that one and the beard one, not Manscaped. The Manscaped just uses like hot chicks. There's another one, a beard company that did a really
One of
good
our
one.
coworkers was in a Manscaped commercial.
Oh, I remember hitting her up, and I was like, "Dude,
Right?
this is awesome!" I was like, "You
I'm
made
glad you
it!
saw that.
You made it!" I remember that.
arrived.
Yeah, I hit her up. Yeah, that was so funny. But no, it was another
So
one.
funny.
It was like a man thing though. It was like a beard one. Oh, the Dollar Shave Club. Dollar Shave Club. They had a really good marketing campaign when they came out. It was just kind of more of like a guy walking through like a warehouse, and it was just really funny and witty. Like it wasn't taking themselves too seriously. And for something like the potty squatty, which is about shitting, like they dove right into it. You know, it's like, how can we sell this and make a commercial about something so gross? But they made
make it funny.
so fucking
You make
funny
it funny.
that
Okay.
it was like, dude, I gotta get one of these. You know, and I actually didn't get one for years. But Daryl and I did get one, and they're legit.
Y'all have a potty squatty?
We do, but I'm still not sure that it would help with this. I don't. Like, I think because if you think about like if you were squatting like back in the day before we had toilets and you're a caveman or whatever and you were squatting, there's no way you're gonna squat. It's hard. It's hard to squat that long. I'm sure their shits were like a minute because you have to fucking squat. You know, I'm sure it was as fast as you could go. That the problem isn't the position, because the squatty potty thing, that was like the flow and all that, and it just like makes it easier on your stomach and all of that. But this is a different problem of sitting for too long, which you wouldn't do if we didn't have, like, this was an issue before we had phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody was like reading a magazine for 30 minutes because it was boring. You would read it for like 5 minutes and be like, all right, let me get the fuck out of here. But now we have phones. And so it's like, well,
And now
I
we're
mean,
distracted. We're sitting there for long periods of time.
yeah, and I don't think anybody's meaning to. Like, I know that's what happens to me. Like, I go in the toilet, and then I happen to find a good article or whatever, or a good, you know, stupid game or whatever the fuck it is, where you just kind of get distracted.
You're not even shitting anymore. You're
you're just sitting there. Yeah, and then you're paralyzed. So I don't know.
Set yourself a timer.
Yeah, this story fucking scared me, bro, because I've had too many times of sitting on the toilet for too long and my leg falling asleep because I'm playing games, and now I'm terrified. And now I'm like, all right, keep it short. let's go.
It's totally possible to keep it short. Like you got to join that QPC, that quick poo crew.
Yeah,
the quick poo crew.
QPC.
Because I don't know if you remember in our old building, the old studio building, the back bathrooms, the lights were on a timer.
Oh,
So
yes, that
you
did
only
happen
had-
to me.
You only had 7 minutes to
Oh,
do
you
your
timed
business.
it? Nice.
Hell yeah.
I never
I
timed
timed
it. I love it.
Hell
Fuck
yeah. So you only had 7 minutes to do your business. I was like, okay,
Oh,
I
7
gotta
minutes
finish
in
in 7
heaven.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it heaven.
That's funny.
But,
I wondered what the timer was. I should have timed it. But I do
7 minutes,
remember
my
sitting
friend.
there one time and it turning dark and being like, God damn it. Like, are you for real right now?
Now I gotta stand up in the dark,
Yeah.
wipe in the dark, like waddle over to the door, open
Motherfucker.
it, get the light to turn back on, go back in.
Oh, that's so funny.
7 minutes, my friend.
Okay, well, I mean,
I
guess
don't
it doesn't
know
help
the
me now,
time. I don't know the times on our new bathrooms, but
but- Well, our new ones
I'm
suck
assuming they're
because there's too
longer
many
than
people.
7. Not if you go
There's-
to the secret bathroom.
Well, yeah, no, I know. That's, but once it's like 10 a.m. or whatever, once like the people are there.
Well, and that's why you do your shit in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm there a lot longer than you. I'm there until like 2:30.
Yeah.
I don't even
I
eat
know.
breakfast until 10:30, 10 or whatever. So
Yeah. I'm normally able to go
I've had
after
4
the
hours
5
of
o'clock
coffee.
show. That's a lot of coffee.
Well, I mean, it's not a lot.
Why you're shitting? That's why you're shitting so
I have
long.
my 1 cup of coffee from 6 to 10, so it's like sipping for 4 hours.
All right.
Yeah, but I guess that's enough poop talk. Just watch your buns, son. All right, all of my friendly quackers out there.
QPC.
Don't become paralyzed. QPC.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad news bears.
It's a life motto to live by. QPC.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right, so let's jump on over to yours. I know you went to LA for a fun concert. So what's
I
what's your quack
did.
of
I
the day?
did. Last week I went to the weekend concert, which was sick. EXO for life, baby.
Oh, okay, that's what that is. Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah, it's not EXO. It's not hugs and kisses. No. I don't.
What
Side note. I don't know exactly what EXO stands for. I have a feeling it's like Xanax and like
Oxycontin.
something like that. Probably.
No.
It's definitely
Is
drug
the Weeknd
related.
a big drug guy? Is he a big drug dude? I don't listen to him a lot. Is he
Yeah.
a drug guy? Okay.
Back when he was first making his stuff, back in like 2009, when he was just getting started, like he was always on.
Oh, but I
drugs.
mean now, because now he's like more of a
Now-
pop guy,
now-
right? He's-
Yeah, now he's pretty clean, from my understanding. But like in the early years, he was a heavy drug user, which is EXO is his
Xanax
his label.
Percocets.
Yummy.
But you said he's changing his name, right?
He is. He is not going by The Weeknd anymore. He is going by his name, Abel now. Abel Tesfaye. Yeah.
The Weeknd.
I know, I liked it too. But
Sorry.
I think my man's trying to get into acting. So
Oh yeah, but you could keep The Weeknd. Like what's his name? Childish Gambino and
I
Donald
don't know.
Glover.
He always went by Donald Glover.
No, I know, but his rap name is Childish Gambino, and then his acting and normal name, like his name is Donald Glover, but his he's
True.
Childish Gambino.
I don't think he's doing music anymore though.
Yeah, he was somebody who just wanted to do it for fun. That's why I always liked his career.
But it was great. His stuff was great.
Oh yeah, super good. But yeah, so what was your issue with LA? We're not talking.
LA.
This isn't about The Weeknd.
Sorry, this is not about The Weeknd.
This is about what Quack of the day.
Sorry, I apologize.
Drew's upset.
I took the wrong exit on my quack of the day. Traffic, Los Angeles
Yep.
traffic is a fucking nightmare, dude. I
Yep.
hate LA traffic. I hate traffic in general. Like working in the mornings as early as we do is such a godsend. There's nobody on the roads at 3 o'clock in the morning. I just cruise straight to work.
Yeah.
And then I also drive stick shift. So stick shift in traffic sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Shifting up,
Yeah.
shifting down, shifting up, shifting down.
I don't
neutral.
miss that.
Ugh.
I don't miss that. I don't have stick anymore, and that's one thing that was the worst part about it. That's the only part that sucks. Is traffic.
That and then hills. Trying to do stick on hills.
Learning
was-
is the worst.
So I actually learned pretty quickly. It wasn't that bad.
No, I mean on hills. Like I remember my first time driving on a hill and being stopped at a stoplight, and then there was just bad luck. There was a Corvette right behind me.
Oh no!
Who was riding my ass, and I had like my little '89 stick shift Ranger, and you know if anybody's driven stick, the rollback.
That rollback.
That was all in my head of like, why is he riding my ass? Well, what an idiot. Okay, I guess I'm gonna hit him. It's his fault, right? He hit my butt. Okay, fine. Back up and just floor it. Get out of there.
It's like burning rubber.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, stick shift in traffic sucks.
It's so bad. But like specifically, my issue is with Los Angeles traffic, and I hate driving in Los Angeles. We were hanging out at my brother's house before the concert. He lives in Santa Monica, and the concert was at SoFi. So that drive from there to SoFi Stadium should have taken us 17 minutes.
Yep.
And I looked at Waze, I looked at Google, Apple Maps, all the shit, and I was like, yeah, it'll take you 17 minutes. from this time to this time. I was like, okay, we're good. Guess how long it actually took us to get there?
Oh, and especially on a concert night,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
hour 10.
Hour 17. An
Yeah.
hour 17. It added on an entire hour
Yeah.
to that drive. A 17-minute drive turned into an hour plus. How the fuck does that happen?
Yeah.
Like, where do all these cars come from? There's no accidents. There's no construction. They're just fucking appear out of nowhere. And now I'm stuck sitting with all these rando Los Angeles peoples.
Yeah. And LA's the
I
worst.
don't,
Where
I don't
we're
get it.
lucky here in San Diego that our freeways have like there's like big openings where you can see the ocean and there's like a lot of trees
Hmm.
and stuff, so it doesn't feel so congested. But LA,
Cramped.
it's just
Yeah.
fucking walls. Just
Hmm.
like six lanes
Walls
on
of
each side and
buildings.
fucking walls, and it's just oh, it's the worst, dude. That's why I moved out of I lived in LA for like a year, and I lived in Reseda. So I was like in the valley right there. And then I interned at a
Okay.
recording studio in North Hollywood, which was the same thing. It was technically should have taken 10, 15 minutes,
Hmm.
but it took an hour. Well, like it took an hour. I remember living in
That's
LA
insane.
and just being like, what the fuck is wrong with this? Like, growing up here in San Diego, you see, whatever. You see 15 miles, you're like, I can get there in like 20 minutes. Maybe
Hmm.
25 or whatever. But LA, 15 miles, you're for sure hour and a half.
It's insane.
It sucks so bad. I can't, dude.
I couldn't live in LA. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Props
Like
to all of you
I've got
guys.
friends who talk to me about like switching jobs or getting a job out in LA doing like music or photography or whatever, and I'm just like, no, fuck that, dude. I could never live in
Yeah.
Los Angeles. I couldn't do it.
It's
I would kill myself.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Too much anxiety, too much stress.
Yeah, I already have high anxiety. I don't need that.
Yeah, I can't do it. The traffic was one of the biggest reasons I had to get out of LA. I just
You said
couldn't.
you were there for a year.
Yeah, I was there for like a year and a half, something like that.
It's too long. It's admirable. It's too long.
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. I was like doing some background acting, worked at a couple weed dispensaries,
I mean, that's cool
and
though.
then interning at this recording studio. Like it's okay, but yeah, it's just like literally, like you said, every single thing you do, you're like, oh, I just need to go. Like, oh, hey, you want to go out to dinner tonight? Yeah, it says it's like 8 miles from here or whatever. And you're like, all right, cool, yeah, it'll take 10, 15 minutes. Nope. 45 minutes later, you're showing up at your shit. It's just awful.
That's
And
when
it
you
was,
need to get a bike. That's when you get a motorcycle.
yeah. But then it's also, and that's the part with the motorcycles. It's like, that's like the most dangerous place to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah,
You know, like I would
that's
love
true.
one in like Arizona or something. And even here, like I'm still keep going back and forth on getting one. I think I'm gonna get one. But
Which people
it's
suck at driving.
it's the
That's the
traffic.
thing.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the riding. It's not any of that. I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff. I'm comfortable riding stuff.
It's the other people.
It's the other people, and I do think that's why I think I still am gonna do it, is I know that myself, I'm going into it as like a very safe and
Cautious,
terrified of it and very cautious, and I'm not going to be one of the people like swerving through lanes being crazy. Like, I'm going to make
Hmm.
sure to keep my distance from the cars at all times, and even driving in my car right now, I'm always like
Your
analyzing
head's on
and
the
looking at all
swivel.
the, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
always kind of that type of driver, so I think I'll be good. But I mean, obviously I know the dangers, and I am taking that into consideration. But,
But I still really want one.
I really fucking want one, man.
I know you do.
I don't know. I'm getting to like, I guess, my midlife crisis at 35 of just like, I miss riding. I miss having fun.
Hmm.
It was like I'm having the same thought that I did when I went skydiving of, it's not my time, and if it is, then fuck it. That's how I go. Like,
But I'm pretty
I don't
sure it's not my
think,
time.
yeah, like I don't think that, you know, like I'm not like super religious, but I feel like I'm religious enough to say like I don't think that's God's plan for me to just die on a motorcycle. Like, and that was what I thought when I went skydiving. I was just like that's not how I'm supposed to go. And if it is, then fucking I guess that's how I'm gonna go. And I'm at least having fun, you know. But
That's true. Yeah.
like think about like the hundreds of thousands of people who are riding motorcycles every day that are fine, right? Like I want to have that fun. Why don't I get to have that fun? Just because I could die? Like I could technically get in a car and die. I could technically walk right outside of this door, go down the stairs, trip, fall, break my neck, and die.
You could die sitting on the toilet, bro.
Thank you.
You could
Thank
die
you
sitting on the toilet.
for the huge miss I just had on this segment. I could die taking a shit.
You could die taking a shit, bro. You pass out.
I guess the
you
guy
fall forward.
he was paralyzed.
You smack your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, saying
you're right.
like you pass out, you hit your head on something.
You're right. Boom.
You're done.
Dead.
You're done. How'd he die? He was taking a shit, dude. I don't know.
And would I rather have the
insane.
story of he died on a motorcycle or he died taking a shit? Well, to give me the motorcycle.
Right.
you die getting hit by a dog. You know what I mean? There's plenty of ways
out.
to go. No.
Dude, dogs are insane.
The dogs.
Have you ever been?
Huh.
I've been bit by a dog.
Oh, I've been bit real bad.
Like when I worked for the city of Irvine, some dude was like letting his dog run off leash, and he was like, the dog started running towards one of the kids that was in my program. So I ran over there and like pushed the kid out of the way, put my other arm in the way of the dog, and the dog just like latched onto my arm.
Ugh.
Oh my god, it hurt so bad. And I had to just like grab the dog's face and shove him off. And then the owner started screaming at me for messing with his dog. I was like, are you kidding me? My arm's bleeding and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like,
hey, go fuck yourself. Sorry.
put your dog on a fucking leash, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is going to be my quack pretty soon. That's one of my quacks I've had in line is off leash.
Ooh, off leash dogs?
Yeah,
Whew.
that shit.
Don't even get me started, brother.
There's
Don't even get me started.
There's a time and a place for that, and too many people take advantage of that shit. That's crazy though.
There are off leash dog parks. And,
yeah.
Like.
No, I got bit right through my lip one time by this dog on my street growing up, and I saw this dog and it had a collar on, and I was like, hey, like, where are you from? You know, I was like, what the fuck? What's with this dog on my street? I've never seen you before. And the dog looked happy, and he kind of comes trotting up to me, and I was like, I don't know, 10 or something, so I was really small, you know. And the dog comes up all happy, and then he jumps up, puts his two paws on my shoulders, and I'm like, oh, cute, like, hey, and then
hugs, dog hugs,
and just bites
my
me
God.
right through my fucking lip, and I'm just like, ah! I fucking run inside and grab my mom, like, what the fuck?
Oh god, that must hurt so
It
bad.
hurt so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It sucks so bad, but I don't know. I love dogs, so it's okay.
Dogs are great.
He was scared. He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, this dog was an asshole, but most dogs are great.
Yeah, some dogs are assholes, but they're assholes because their owners are assholes. So I am on that page of and I say that, and I also do understand there are some dogs that just have.
Well, dogs are instinctual animals.
Yeah.
So I get that,
but I do think like
most of the time it's the owners.
Yeah, like I think that's what's part of it is that there's certain dogs that do need a lot more training. And it doesn't matter the breed. Like certain dog, like just like people, they have personalities. Like there's certain dogs that just like are little assholes and they just need a good trainer. But then if you have the wrong owner with this dog who needs like specialty training, but it's an owner who's like, well, I just want a dog, like it's fine, I'm just gonna fucking let him hang out at the house.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. It just gets so fucking bad, man. And that was why pit bulls got such a bad name. It was like you had all these fucking jabronis buying pit bulls, like, oh, I got this hard ass fucking dog, dude, look how cool this is. And then they would fucking smack him and they would treat it like shit and not train him and do anything. So then you had this like abundance of these super powerful, muscular, fucking savage animals out on the streets. And it's like, dude, those dogs are sweethearts. Like the pit bulls are so
they're so nice.
They're so awesome.
Nice.
But you put it with a piece of shit. Yeah. It's a bad dog.
It's a piece of shit, yeah.
But that's the same with a fucking Chihuahua or a Shih Tzu or anything. You know? Bad owners create bad dogs, not bad dogs.
But we'll get into that in the next episode.
That's why Shadow's the shit.
Oh my god, I love Shadow. Shadow's so cool. I miss Shadow. I need to come over and just hang out with him.
Yeah, I don't think I can bring him to the bar later. But alright. Okay. We'll wrap this up so we can get to our other activities. So why don't we get into our main segment for the day? We've been rambling long enough. Why don't we get into what ruffles our feathers for the day? We're talking AI.
Aye. Rangers.
Alright, so for today's What Ruffles Your Feathers segment, we are talking AI. I've been pretty scared lately. Um, I think it's like I think we're all kind of feeling this weird wave going on right now with AI and how it's going to be taking our jobs and what jobs. And I feel like I can't be the only one right now who is just like genuinely terrified about the next like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Like we're 35, so we're at this weird age range of like we're not young enough to get into a full new career. Like maybe we're kind of at like the very end age of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then what career? Because I know for me, I've been in this phase of like, I feel like I need something else, but I don't know what. Do I get into electrical engineering? Do I get into computer software? Do I get into something like that? And every single thing that I can think of immediately goes to, well, is that even going to be a thing in a few years? And then I'll see a post on Instagram, and I follow a lot of like tech pages and a lot of like AI things, and I'll hear all of these other people like, yeah, those jobs are gone. In 10 years, they're gone.
You don't even bother getting into the field.
Yeah, so like, what the fuck do we do? Like, I can't be the only one who's like genuinely terrified right now. And like every single day, I'm like pushing through this, like, yeah, just everything's all right. Just do your job, and
we'll see what happens.
Like the world's not dying. We're fine. It's okay. But I don't know, man. I'm scared right now. Like I'm scared. I don't know what to do. It's been getting harder to sleep lately. It's been harder to think. Like what the fuck are we doing right now? You know, like what the duck is happening? Like I can't figure out a good solution. And the more I kept looking into, like Elon Musk, right? He just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been something that's been talked about for a while, universal basic income, right? And that's something that I think we need. And I've thought for years, it's like,
absolutely.
How the fuck do you have over $1 billion when there's people who are dying on the streets of hunger? Like, how the fuck do you go to sleep at night? Like, that's a whole nother thing.
He just doesn't even think about it.
Just fuck you. Like, that's insane. But universal basic income is something that we're going to need. And every single, like, big AI, big technical, mind out there has been in agreement of this for a while and already have understood, like, hey, we're going to need something to pay all these people because all these jobs are going to be gone. And you're only going to have these very, it was a technical job or basically owning the business is pretty much the only jobs you're going to have. But
this is going to be automated.
Yeah, so what do we all do? And then the more I started thinking about that, it was like, okay, well, universal basic income sounds amazing, right? Like how do you think about how that's going to go?
I mean, with anything, there's definitely pros and cons to it.
Yeah. But I mean, say you get universal basic income tomorrow. How do you think that's going? Like how much you think you're making, how much you think like, right? Like I don't think we're all thinking about this. Like do you think what are you gonna have? Are you gonna have a 2-bedroom house? Are you gonna have a 1-bedroom apartment? Are you gonna have a studio?
I'll still probably just do a studio or like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Like I don't need a lot, and like even if I was to get some kind of basic income on a monthly basis or a yearly basis, like I'm still gonna work. Like I think the government is like,
well, what job?
One of
like, and I'm talking like I'm saying think about like 15 years from now. Like think about, okay, now most of the jobs are gone, and we've gotten to Ready Player One, right? And we're at that point where there is really no more jobs. So there is no like, oh, I'm just going to do this job. Like you get universal basic income. That's what you get because there aren't enough jobs. Okay. So now what's the world like? That means that there's a couple people.
We're gonna have to come up with brand new jobs.
No, because the whole point of universal basic income is saying that AI has taken, like, there's whatever 30 billion people or whatever the fuck on the planet, right? There's only so many jobs that can be had because AI is taking everything. So that means there's only going to be, and I'm just going to throw out a number, 10,000 jobs. for 3 billion people, right? Because you don't need the jobs anymore, because the point is that AI is going to take these jobs. They're going to take the cleaning jobs, because AI can be built into a robot who can clean things. So there goes your maid services, there goes your cooking, because AI can be built into a robot who can then cook and flip a burger and do all of that, right? You have cocktail making. I've already gone on cruises with Daryl where there was a full bartender that was a robot AI, and you just told it what you wanted and it would
Oh, I don't like that.
Make you a
that's
cocktail.
no.
Yeah, but
I don't
that's
like
where
that
we're
at all.
going, right? And everything is being automated. You can, you don't need a graphic designer, website design builder. You don't need all that. You could just go on AI and build me this. Oh, I want this video game. Hey, I need this. Build this. Right? Like, we're getting to a point, and this is now. We're already getting there. So I'm talking 10, 15 years from now, when we're actually at a point of universal basic income. What do we think we're actually going to get? Because to me, the theory sounds great right now of, hey, I'm going to get paid to do nothing because I don't have a job, right? AI's taking my job. I need money to provide and live for myself.
Yeah.
Cool. But what do you really think that's going to be? Because the more I kept thinking about it, the more I'm realizing what it's really going to be is like Ready Player One. It's going to be, oh yeah, no, you have enough money to live, sure. A very shitty life, while the rest of us rich motherfuckers go on vacation and do whatever the fuck we want, eat the fine things in life, go and, ride fucking jet skis and fucking planes, that whatever crazy shit we're going to have in another 20 years, right? Like, they're going to have the good shit. But then that gap between the rich people and the poor people just keeps growing and growing, getting bigger. So really, you're going to have the top 1% being able to live it up on this gorgeous planet we have and have all the fine dining, all the fine shit, while the rest of us get universal basic income to just live in a shitty little fucking, casita.
Hello, casita.
And that's what I'm getting fucking afraid of, dude, is like I keep going back and forth on this like oh, I need to figure this out or do this, or what's gonna happen. I don't know, but my brain is just constantly fucking stirring, and I feel like I can't be the only one, right? Like, there's got to be some people listening out there, you included, of just like stressing. I don't know.
Like, stressing, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, like, am I the only one who's literally waking up every day like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life in another 5 years because computers are taking over? Like, I don't.
I mean, but they can't take every single job, right?
Why not? They can do everything. I remember seeing 5 years ago AI news anchors, and it was a robot, and they fed it the information, and the fucking thing moved, and it talked, and it did all that, and that was like 5 years ago. And I can't even imagine how good that technology looks now. That was like a prototype I saw years ago that they were working on. Like, certain things, yes, they need human decision, but for now, right? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of it's going. A lot of like I said, you don't need a website designer anymore. You could literally go into, like, people are using AI and designing applications so that you don't need the people anymore. And in the short term, it's like, oh, this is cool, look at this app I made. But in the long term, it's like, well, you've now just taken hundreds of jobs. It's like the prompter, right? It went from somebody rolling the prompter for the anchor, to then the anchor rolling the prompter, to then the anchor rolling the prompter with the stupid little thing, to
The little remote.
Now there's already AI prompters out there. That's already a thing. We're not using it here in our next
Oh, like
company.
the eye tracking or the...
Yeah, that's already a thing. There's companies using AI tracking prompters so that as you talk, the prompter just follows along. It's listening to what you're saying and it just follows. I mean, I don't know how it actually works. I'm not the fucking AI engineer, but I do know that it's a thing. And it follows along with what they're saying. I mean, it's coming for all of us, and I feel like we're all here kind of like, well, no, like, we'll get there, it's okay. But I'm starting to get pretty fucking scared. As scared as this horror fucking light flashing behind me. A perfect cue point for this light to fucking do this.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
As I'm fucking spreading fear.
The light is scared as well. The light is scared.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I've been very scared about it recently. Like, very, very, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life. I've been on some deep searches of what to do, and I feel like I should be open with our listeners, and hopefully maybe some of you guys feel me out there. please, if you do, like, hit me up, comment, you know what I mean? Let's have that discussion, because I feel like that's what makes it hard for me. I know it sometimes, is just feeling like I'm crazy or I'm alone or whatever. But then I
Feel
remind
like you're
myself,
taking crazy pills? No,
yeah,
no, no,
like
no, no.
I'm not alone. We're all here. We're all feeling this. I know that there's hundreds of thousands of people who feel this pain of like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, is my job about to be taken from me? Because I keep hearing from these rich people like, no, you're cool. But it's like, yeah, go fuck you, Jeff Bezos. Like, you've been fucking us all over for you. Don't give a fuck about me. Like, Trump, fuck off. You never worked a day in your life. To come out here and be like, we're taking away fucking off days. People are having too many fucking holidays. Like, eat a dick. That comes from somebody who's never worked a real day in their life. Like, eat a fucking dick, bro. I'm sorry. It's just... What the duck is happening, people?
Breathe.
No!
Breathe,
What the
Adrian.
duck is happening?
Breathe.
I can't.
I
That's
can't
what this
breathe.
is for. This is for me to get out my frustrations. And hopefully you guys feel me. And if you don't, well,
You need like a little
podcast will stop, but-
little stress ball, like a Trump stress ball.
I do, and I broke it.
Oh, all right.
I stressed the
Alright.
hell out of it.
Or like a little punching bag, a little Trump punching bag.
I know. I've thought about getting into some of that stuff. Take some Muay Thai classes. Get out my anger.
There you go. There you go.
But that's another day. But yeah, I don't know, man.
I feel you, dude.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling the same way as I am for this AI stuff? Because this is just getting...
I mean,
Right.
I do. Yes, at the same time,
Am I freaking out too much? Do I need to chill?
Your light's freaking out too much. That's
No,
what's freaking out too much.
I was gonna not acknowledge that. All right, you go off. You start talking. I'm gonna take you full for 1 second.
I don't think you're freaking out too much. For me, like, yes, the thought has crossed my mind of like, what am I gonna do if and or when AI takes over and starts taking my director job? But at the same time, like, I feel like there are aspects of our job specifically, and millions of other jobs that you can't replace with AI. You can't replace with a robot. Like, there's no programming that will
Yeah.
think like a human does in those split-second situations of like, things are like when we were doing our on the road show this last Friday when we're seeing cameras start to break up. Like, you're thinking, okay, what am I going to do in this situation if this camera goes down and we need to take this camera over here or tell these people to be ready? Like, you're thinking in that split second, okay, you guys stand by, this camera is getting fuzzy or whatever, we might need to come back to you. And those people sit up, they get ready, and they're going to go. Like, I feel like with AI, like that kind of thing, it doesn't really work. And like other jobs like law enforcement, like I was actually considering trying to get into law enforcement again. Like, I know I didn't get that 10, 13, 14 years ago, but I was considering it again. And that kind of job, like, I know, like that split second human interaction decisions, like those things cannot be programmed.
But
like,
we
you do
think
still
that
need
now.
humans.
We think that because that's how we're used to it,
Yeah, I know,
But I'm more thinking about it the more I've been in these managerial roles, as far as all these companies give a fuck about is the bottom line. And they're okay. They're okay with things being mediocre because they're still gonna get the product out there and they're still gonna get their sales, right? Like 100% doesn't matter. It's 80% at a cheap cost is better than 100% at a big cost, Yeah. And so maybe law enforcement might have a couple issues here and there, but the cost of getting it done is such a drastic, difference that it's worth it to deal with the sometimes problems, but not having to pay an actual person, Well, because I don't know, part of me agrees with you, and I'm on that boat of like, hey, like, you do need that thinking, But then I just keep coming back to corporatization and the owners. And if say you own a business, right? And they come to you and they say, hey, you can either spend $100,000 on this employee, 2 employees, right? Or 1 employee, right? Like minimum wage in California, it's about to be $20. What? That's going to be, or no, it's going to be 25. So what? That's what, $20 an hour, I think, is like 45,000 a year or something like that. Or
Something
no,
like that, yeah.
So whatever, we'll say $50,000 a year. So 2 employees, $100,000 a year. 2 employees, right? Or you can have a robot do it. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay break times. You don't have to pay vacation. You don't have to pay any of those things that humans need.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save my costs. I'm gonna buy this robot $400,000 up front.
You gotta pay for the robot.
Well, no, like I said, I'm gonna pay up front. I'll say $500,000. I'll pay up front $500,000, right, for this one robot that now will last me for 10, 15 years. Well, now I don't have to pay these 2 employees $50,000 each, $100,000 for every single year, and be paying their benefits, letting them go on vacation, so I have to figure out scheduling, so maybe now I have to hire a 3rd person to fill in the time where he's gone. Oh, he's got sick days? This fucking shitty human. Fuck that guy. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it... When you can, as a business owner, when you're thinking from that point of view of like, I have the money, I want to pay for this. If I'm giving you 2 options, and one is, oh, you have to take care of this human and provide his needs, provide him food, provide him break times, provide him happiness, provide him all of these things. Or I pay an upfront cost higher, but an overall cost way less to have this fucking robot do it with AI built in. You're gonna pick the AI one. Like, I'm sorry, but as far as a business owner, that is the smarter way to handle it. You are going to pay less to get the same exact product done, right? That's just, why wouldn't you? That's stupid not to, right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So it's like, as much as I want to be like the worker and be the person of like, oh no, like we need humans, we keep thinking of it as, well, yeah, because that's the way it's been. You know, like even for directing, right? What we do in live television. I agree. I think you need that human decision to make that choice. But we're thinking about AI as is now, and as it's still learning and getting better. But you could technically, right now, say you have a show rundown and you have your EMPS rundown and you say, this is how the hour's going to go. You could have AI just say, okay, take this camera at this position, take this camera here, and then you would need one person. So the producer, instead of having director, producer, writers, fucking camera operator, all this, you would just have one person, and they would just, here's all the scripts, here's where the cameras are supposed to be, done. And then if the camera doesn't go there, it's like, well, there's your robotics. Sorry, float the story, move to the next one. You know, and the companies are willing to deal with the not so perfect because it doesn't matter, because these companies now are competing with social media, they're competing with all these other things. You know,
yeah,
we're in this weird time of most jobs we keep trying to think AI isn't going to take it, but every AI thing that I follow online and just like the way that I start looking at these jobs, you could easily take them all in another 10 years. Like, we're not there yet, but it's terrifying. And then, like, for people like us who are in our 30s, who are kind of we're not getting to retirement yet. So we still have to work long enough to get there. So will we have long enough to get there? And then you have the new generation of kids who it's like they're getting out of college. They're trying to take our jobs, but we're like, nah, dude, like, we're still trying to take those jobs from the people who are older than us. Like, you know, it's like there's just not enough of them out there. And I don't know, man. I feel like our society, we're just... there's too much shit going on, man. I got this fucking president ruining shit. I'm trying to move to Mexico right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life.
Nah, man, Finland. We got to move to Finland.
Finland, I'm down, bro. Let's go.
They're like the happiest people in the world.
Let's go. If I can move to Switzerland, I would, but it's expensive as fuck. Let me in. I don't know.
Let me in.
I feel like a lot of quackers out there, the 13, 14 people listening to us right now, hopefully more eventually, if you find this months down the line, I think a lot of people would agree. Like, we're just in a weird fucking time, and I don't know, dude. I'm just stressed the fuck out, and I feel like I need to talk about it and get it out. And hopefully, like, if anybody listening understands what I'm saying, please, like, hit me up, because I know I'm not the fucking only one, but I'm terrified. Like, it's hard to go to sleep. I'm waking up every day stressed the fuck out. Like, where are we going, dude? There's, like, KKK motherfuckers setting up rallies that are, like, totally okay, and yet you have peaceful protesters in California who are getting fucking raided by the goddamn military. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, so you have military people coming out, military people who have families, who are normal people, who are going out and just fucking arresting people and shooting people with fucking non-lethal bullets because your stupid fucking president told you to do it. Like, where the fuck are we going, man? It's crazy. What the hell? What the duck is happening, Drew? I'm losing my mind.
We're going to hell. We're already there.
I feel like I'm
already
in hell.
there.
I don't know what's happening. So hopefully we move on to better things, people. Please.
I'm hoping.
Let's come together. Let's work together. Because I'm scared.
Adrian's scared. Adrian needs a hug. Somebody give Adrian
Please
a hug.
Please give me a hug. Because we're a bad time, Drew. Bad time.
It's a shitty time to be alive right now.
And, like, I just saw this one story, and it was like, oh, the top, like, historians and, like, you know, whatever minds, I can't remember exactly what they were phrasing them as, but basically all these people who were, like, big, you know, whatever, historical people, they know their shit. They're like, we're moving to Canada because we've already seen what happened with fascism back in the day, and we already know what's coming. And the best thing to do is leave before, or like while you still have a chance. And then all I'm thinking is, I'll go to Canada. How do I do it? They won't let me in. Nobody will let me in.
Yeah. We can't leave. They don't want to accept any new people.
Yeah. What do I do? Bullshit. The rich will always thrive, and I will not be one of them.
That's what it is.
Ah! What it is. Sorry, people. This is a darker episode. I'm upset. But hopefully we'll get through it together. So join the Quack community. You know what I mean? Hit us up. Comment, whatever you want. We can all be friends together. Get through this shit show called life together. But in all seriousness, all seriousness,
all seriousness,
yeah. Oh, maybe that's what we should start doing. You can beatbox for the end of the show, and then I'll say the goodbye on the end of the show. Oh, going through the shit show, caught back together.
He's lost it, everybody. I've lost it.
I've lost it. No, but for real, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have listened to this show or watched it on YouTube, remember, please like, subscribe, comment, and like, let me know. I know I keep saying that, but like, hit us up if you guys have something that you're like, dude, like, this is stressing me the fuck out. I want to hear you guys bitch and complain about it. Like, let's do it. The whole point of this is to have some fun. Let's hear some insight from people in their, you know, respective fields. Let's get out our frustrations, because it's getting crazy out there, you guys. It's getting crazy. And I know I'm not the only one who just has this overall feeling of what the duck is happening. So let's get together and let's talk about it. So please, again, follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment at what the duck is happening, and tune in next Monday, because the world's not done pissing us off yet, and we got plenty to quack about. So keep on swimming, folks. Love you. Thank you.
Peace.